So, hi everybody.
Hello.
Hi, here's John. Say hi, John.
Hello, how you doing?
I see there's a bunch of people already in here watching. Hi, Christina. Hey, Aaron, how are you doing? Sorry, I didn't mean to barge into your live earlier. I just wanted to make sure you got a message, and that was the most efficient way to do it quick earlier. Hi, Carolyn, Briagia. All right, so we are currently at the NFGS convention. We're in Vienna, West Virginia, which is right across the river from Marietta, Ohio, where the Fenton factory was. So we're on the second day of convention, and we as sellers, what we're able to do is sell out of our rooms. So it's called room sales. So, but I said hi to you ladies too. You're allowed to say hi. Hi. So our rooms are open. We're going to start in, Barb and John are in this room. Our friend Stephen Embry has a room. And then I'm upstairs with Mom and Gail, because Gail drove along with us too. Hey, Jeff, how you doing? See, we're all here. We made it. We might not get it all back in the car, but we're here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to turn the camera around if I can find the right button. And we're going to look at some stuff. And I think basically we'll just be showing you what it is and telling you what prices are. If you have questions about things, we can go from there. So I'm going to try and find the right button.
Hey.
Hi. Let's see. We're live on YouTube and Facebook right now.
Oh,
You're
okay.
totally fine.
The great Matt White has a ride.
YouTube land is going to be totally something else than normally we see around here, I have to say. I mean, it's going to be something.
There's a couple neat menus up there. I don't know if you already have them.
And I'm going to turn you sideways. I find the thing to turn the camera around. Anybody know where it is? Quick and easy. More. That's not there. See, yep. See, it turns us off. There you go. Say hi. I think.
What about that little thing up there?
No, because that's for the whole. Oh, we're gonna turn sideways. Sorry, y'all. No, there's a way to turn it around, and I was doing it on my tablet. That's my phone button.
Well,
it'll just take us backwards. Christine said this is gonna be fun.
it's gonna be fun.
All right. So, is there anything you guys want to look at that, in particular, like colors or anything like that? Banners. We got the banner up. We're not doing any branding. We're good.
No.
Well, I guess we're bringing it around on this side. How are we going to do that? Hi, for Sandy Lilacs.
And you're live on John's page, right?
We should be on Facebook we should be streaming to both my YouTube and the page, our group page on Facebook. Yes. So it's supposed to be connected that way. So if you do you see a stream at all on there? Well, we might have to double it up then, because that's what it was all set up for. Because everybody's here from the thing I created to start with. I apologize. We've only done this a couple times, and last time we were able to do two cameras. This is a bummer. Settings? Camera. Oh, here we go. I found it.
Okay, good.
Yay, there it is. Okay, we got it. Okay, so we're in a standard hotel room, and they have 2 queen beds. And this one, they've turned into a whole display table.
Yes.
And then they have, and we're going to peek through here. There's another table over there against the wall, I think. And then there's the desk that came with the room over there on the wall. And another 6-foot table over here on the wall. And we put shelves up. So I'm going to just start over here. And like, yay, we found it. Now we can see the glass instead of Becky's face. Hi, Yvonne. How are you doing in Colorado Springs? It's almost as humid here as there, my understanding. So Yeah, they said, oh, wow, that's awesome. So I'm just going to go slowly over stuff. On this side, you see the back side of the bridesmaids because they're facing the other direction.
Bridesmaid butt.
Yeah, right? Bridesmaid bows. And here is the top shelf with a lot of cranberry colors. Not cranberry colors, cranberry in multiple patterns, plural. That's where we got. And then we'll go here. And tell me if I'm going too fast because did you find it on can you, I can't do it on my phone because
John, I need your phone.
it should be because, oh, you're not an admin. Maybe that's it. Because I'm seeing all these little YouTube things. So I'm seeing comments. I'm seeing comments from YouTube, which means there should be, they'll have an icon from Facebook. That's if they comment from Facebook. So, all right. Well, I have 45% of my battery, and if we need it, we'll be coming back over here. Christina said, stop. I think she mostly means we have a lot of glass. Okay, this is a pink pastel section. And we have, oh, stop at the fairy lamps, right? Okay. Yeah. I'll go back over there if there's one you want to see. What I was telling you about the other night, though, they weren't back in their room yet, so I was not able to get more pictures for you. And then this is a really neat pattern. It's like a waffle print. Like literally looks like waffles. It's really cool. That's really cool. It's a water nymph right there. Chameleon green frog. I think I put a picture of my frog up, a different frog that was a glitter one up earlier, but he did sell. And then we have some big vases. This is a gigantous vase. So it's like what, 13, 16 inches tall. Hi. I'll do Yvonne. Hi. And then these are some big lamps. So, I mean, the only other option I have for you is if you want to go live on his device at the same time, but it will be multiple thingies. So I'm going to go back over here, see if I can find a fairy light for you, because they're really hard for me to see on this side. I don't see any. But this is my fancy can holder because my can's blown out at the bottom. We can never turn John off. He always is talking. Any glowy? Oh, yeah. Where's my keys? Let's see where we got over here. Here's some green opalescent. It glows in a creamer and sugar. What else we got that glows? That does not glow. That glows. That's that old green as well. So there's a few colors that glow in Fenton, and they're not, lots of them are the older ones because of the chemical compounds that they created. There's some random things on the dresser. Can I trade you places, Mr. John? All right. Okay, now we're over here. This lamp just sold. It's an apple blossom crest lamp that I brought from Colorado with me. I was motivated to get that one sold at this convention. It is so pretty. John, how much are those creamer and sugars, the hobnail green over there, the opalescence on the end? Barb, can you point it? We're in John Walk's room, so $75. These are Mr. John Walk's prices, basically, because he's in charge over here. Okay. We're going to go over here. Always looking for rare hand-painted Fenton. Do we have any Fenton? Did Fenton ever paint anything with a smile face on it? Because you need to do it before you start. Look at this one. This one is awesome. It lights up like crazy. And it is a powder jar, and I think it's rare to find. It is satinized. It is $1.99, but it is beautiful. This is something you don't see very often. I have my keys in my hand because that's where my black light is. Sorry. This is a picture frame, and they left it on the font. Is what that piece of glass is called. I've never seen. They leave critters on fonts, but I've not seen that before. Oh, Yvonne has a horse. Where is it? With a black smiley and a black smiley cat. So
We are starting a second live bank. Becky's got another one going on.
so here's the top where you can see the cranberry over here.
This is John Walk using his phone. This is Barb. We are shopping in our room here in the Fenton Convention.
So what we probably need to do is kind of point in the same direction and stay with one dialogue if we can handle it.
I think that's what you're doing.
So, Christina, did you hear me on the price? Because I think I gave it out. So then I think we're on the last side over here for me showing what's here.
Okay.
Ready? Turn around. Turn around. Spin, ballerina spin.
Start with the seasickness.
How's everybody doing tonight? We got lots of white milk gloss over here in a hobnail, some open lace, some silver crest painted with violets in the snow.
There's a heart relish there.
Heart relish is awesome.
Play.
Yeah. And then he has, you guys do the same color combinations as me. You're so cool. The yellow with the cobalt is so topaz opalescent, and it fires, and it's beautiful, and it looks fantastic with the cobalt.
How are you doing this afternoon?
There's the barber bottle in it. There's another lamp up there in the corner.
It's Charlton decorated French
This one here.
coin dot.
There you go. If you didn't hear that, that's what it is. And then, how many people you got on you?
7.
All right, I got 6, so that's cool. And some blues and greens up here. Some more French opalescent with the greens, and this is the key lime green, and it glows like crazy also.
What is the price of your pink and the booster?
It's yellow.
$175.
That one's
Oh, no,
topaz.
I'm
I mean
sorry.
topaz and
I thought you
topaz
meant
opalescent.
Yeah.
Here's this one
45.
here.
45.
Oh, look at the crest on this one. Beautiful.
Sorry about that for everybody who's watching Facebook. I'm answering questions while we're doing this.
The yellow hobnail with the lid. Second, this one right here. That one is $125. We have 2 of those. I have one upstairs and one here.
Lori Blythe, the cobalt deer is 45.
Thank you, Christina. Yvonne wants to know how much for the iridized alley cat. The blue alley cat up here. This one. Do you know how much this one is? Because I can't see it. We're like, never so have we ever double fisted alive before, and that's what we're doing. Because I thought I know I tagged it through to Facebook, but you know, doesn't work. Try again.
Let me look again.
Yes, please. Alley cats are. There it is. How much?
It's $165 on that alley cat.
They had to be
Right there.
$8.
Huh?
And there's a yellow one up there.
And about a year later, I was in the gift shop and they had it.
They're really hard to find silver crest creamer and sugar.
Right. So if we need to get out of your way, you just let us know. If it gets too chaotic, just, you know, we're going to have to shut the door and make Mr. Walk concentrate with us. You're welcome, Yvonne. There was a place that we went to today. They had a table full of about 30 alley cats. It was amazing.
Lori, the deer is plain. That is plain cobalt deer.
So,
Try and zoom
Aaron,
in.
I'm going to get your cleavage at one point. I probably already did. Sorry.
Hey, starring Barb.
All right. So, is there any color in particular that anyone is interested in me pointing at, first of all? Is there any other fairy lamps in here, Mr. Walk?
That's the one that they made for the cancer.
He's not listening to me. I'm sorry. I'm going to trade with you.
Okay.
Okay. We got this. Or we can just do whatever. So, K Barb, tell us about this one over here. We didn't touch on this very much. This color combination and the age on this piece.
That is the Aqua Opal Carnival Good Luck Bowl from the 1910s.
Hey, Michelle.
And
How
this
you
one
doing,
does have a little
Peterson?
bit of damage.
Did that with, but I
It's kind of a rarities table over here. A little bit hard to see the color in here. You can see the good iridescence. It's kind of that marigold spray over an aqua base.
And then, yeah, flip it over. Can we see more aqua on the other side?
Not
Oh,
really.
yeah, at the base, at the foot you can.
Yeah.
Nice.
There we go.
That's a really neat combination of colors that they poured for that and layered with that. How are you doing, Michelle?
We do have another one of the Iron Man.
So for my YouTube, Marilyn Wagner is one of the painters that's very popular right now. Louise Piper, Marilyn Wagner, Spindler. What's the other one that's pretty popular right now?
CC Hardman.
Hardman, yeah.
She did several pieces with NFGS this year.
And this one looks like she's holding a cat. That's what it looks like.
And she's got another kitty right there.
Yeah.
And then Becky just mentioned Louise Piper. We have a Louise Piper painted rose basket. Jeremy, Becky's being nice to me right now, but we're both on videos, so you know she can't really hit me with her hands full. Okay, she hit me. Never mind. Ow!
I can. Don't tell me I can't. I do what I want. Okay, you go for it. What do we got up here?
Okay, let's start on the right hand here, if you don't mind. This is the 2001 Glass Messenger subscriber exclusive.
And I'm going to move it over the lamp just for a second so you can actually see what color it is for me because I'm not seeing it. It's royal purple, right?
Yes, which is the cobalt mixed over ruby or vice versa. I can't remember which. Behind that, we have a carnival base that's made in the picture style. This is like the diamond optic that you see in the colonial blue and the colonial orange quite a bit.
The finish on that is so dark it almost looks black.
It does. Right here.
Oh,
Family
John.
signature base in Burmese handmade.
This one here.
Yep.
Okay, I can see you come back by a little bit. I'll try to get my phone back.
This is a really neat one.
You can see what they're talking about by the family pieces that they put all the names on it and signed it from a family member from the Fenton family.
So this one was a museum collection 2001 base, George Fenton signature, and it's hand painted by C. Smith. Gorgeous rose painting on this, and really nice color on that.
So I'm going to do a quick pan over here for my YouTube people. Mr. Walk, John Walk, is an author. These are 4 of his books, and these are the other 5 of his books. Does he have any more other than these 9 publications? 9 total. So he is a
Is $145.
I could arguably say he's an authority on Fenton because he's done so much research and in certain areas. Now he doesn't know everything, nor, but he's got a great set of pictures in these books, especially this rarities book. It's got a lot of pieces. Yeah.
There's several pieces we have in this room, and when we go to Stevens and Becky and the other Colorado girls' rooms, they do have those several pieces that are in this room.
Yeah. So if there's anything that you're seeing, and all these glass pieces are for sale. So if there's anything you're interested in wanting a price on, we can tell you what the price is.
Justin, the price on the Reamer was $195. That is one of the rare ones from the early 30s. The child size Reamer, great condition with that cute little decoration.
Going back through comments, see if I'm. Oh, she said she's new to me. Is this a sale? Well, it's kind of a sale and a show or tell. Thank you for helping me answer on that on there. Yeah, he's got a really good memory and done a lot of research over the years.
This blue full feather base. This one is one of the ones that's done by Robert Barber. Jeremy, he'd be happy to autograph those for you. DM me which ones you want, and we'll get that taken care of, and we'll send you an invoice.
Can you tell about this one too?
Yes. So we're going to go over back here what Becky's looking at. This is the Kelsey Murphy sample base when they were first talking about having Kelsey do work for Fenton. It's called Orchard Bloom, and it has apples and a little bee.
And this is sand carved.
The bottom is signed both Kelsey Murphy and Fenton, which is really unusual.
Now, is this bridesmaid sand carved also?
Yes, that is also a Kelsey Murphy. That is the iridized on ebony bridesmaid. She's 265. Well, I brought more Becky hand.
Sorry, I apologize. I'm just gonna turn her around.
We've been looking for this last journey. It's been fun. This lamp was one that was limited to, I want to say 150 total.
It's a pretty reverse painted. Yeah.
So you have these lenses on the outside that are painted. Shows a little bit better.
Yeah,
Let's see.
I was
Painted by
just
D. Robinson.
Yeah, it's upside down, but you can see it. It is 145 out of 300.
Really opened my eyes up as to how many different shapes they would make on.
All right.
And that's the Dave Fetty typeface there in the orange drape.
And everything. But like I said, that really opened my eyes up on that.
Okay. One super special one here. This is a chamber space done in 1976. This was Robert Barber and
If
Dave
you want to.
Fetty working together. It does have the sample information on the bottom as well as.
Sorry, ladies. Too many things at one time. Yeah, trying to find a time to do a live was challenging with the schedule and running back and forth because it's, 20 minutes over to Marietta and 20 minutes back. And Mom and Gail wanted to go to the auction, so I rushed them back over.
And this is another sand carved piece. This is a bear, a little mini bear. Also sand carved by Kelsey. With little hearts. Yes, Jeremy, I've got some of the NFGS glass. It is currently packed, but if you guys are interested, we're probably going to do a second short live later on tonight, and I can get some of that out for you to look at.
Hey, can you tell me what this is down here?
Oh, well, thank you. Are we looking down at the hanging hearts?
Yes, please.
So this is Robert Barber hanging hearts on custom. The picture and the Pruitt in custard. And then we also have a Daisies on ebony candy jar painted by Louise Piper.
I'm going to pull it forward so you can see it a little bit. As I hug the lamp. It was so dark in that corner.
Hi, Ness.
Okay.
Oh, everything got quiet.
I know. All right. Is there anything you want to tell us about specifically, Mr. Walk?
Why don't you tell us about the French opalescent butter in the hot?
French opalescent butter down here. Very unusual piece. It was only, I think that shape in French opalescent, blue opalescent it was done in 56. I can't remember whether it was only done for a year or 6 months. It was either one of the two. Blue opalescent, you will see every so often. French opalescent, I have been doing this for right at 40 years, and I have seen 3 of them. This is the 3rd one I have ever had. And I won't have either owned or have had access to all three of them.
Ness, the Louise Piper candy is, let's see, I have that at 97, so I would do 85 on that one. I don't have any wiggle room on the basket because that is one of our fabrics, one of our nice black.
She's just talking to people on the Facebook page quick. I thought I had it set up so that we could do Facebook sending too, but I'm not seeing it. We didn't see it pop up there, so.
So that's, I think I said 85. Hey, Rhonda, how are you doing? More Colorado people coming in.
Right. Hey, John, come over here and tell us about something over here.
Then you have quick slide by.
So we're gonna head over to the back. How about this chicken, this hen on nest? What is she?
It is a Westmoreland hen on the nest. It's the 8-inch long one. It is chalk and decorated. I think if I remember right. It's really cool label.
Oh, it's inside.
Yeah, that's on the
There it is, a
inside.
Charlton label.
And it even has the original
Westmoreland.
series number or whatever that is, the number 62.
Nice.
There, maybe it was the mold number, or so they could tell what one was what there.
One of the next neat pieces is that sample plum opalescent bowl. John, you want to talk about that for a second?
That was done in probably about 1983, whenever they was trying to bring plum opalescent back into the line to make it for the bay. They was trying to get the color right, because I had seen some other pieces done, and you wouldn't think that they would have the formula down and they could just start making a color after 20 years again, but it don't happen that
Yeah.
way. Stuff
Yeah.
happens.
Different chemicals.
They get different chemicals. It's a different strength of the chemicals, so it don't come out. So they have to do a whole new line so they can tweak out the color and get it right.
Ness, can you PM me on that Louise Piper? We both have our hands full at the moment, quite literally. So
I did bring up a spiral for you
did
to
you bring a
write on.
spiral?
It's over there on the suitcase.
Yeah.
What's that?
Take your phone and start video.
Just hold it. Point and shoot.
Point and shoot.
Do you know?
Just hold. Yep.
You don't have to do anything but hold it.
Okay.
So, the plum is one of the most popular colors right now, isn't it? In
Plum
the
is very
Fenton community.
popular. Another interesting piece. This is satinized tunnel glass. There, and you can see the iridescent on the inside, and they sandblasted it or satinized it on the outside. Got this probably about 15 years ago out of the special glass room there during the convention there. Whenever you could still go to that one at the factory. There, I just thought it was such an interesting color and unusual color and treatment. Because you can, even though it's been satinized,
You can knock it off.
yeah, even though it's been satinized, you can still see the iridescent there in the glaze of the satin part of it.
When they satinize things, how much of the glass do you think they take off?
Not very much.
Is
They
it-
just take
is it-
that glossy coat of it.
Just like a light sanding,
Yeah,
basically.
it's like sanding,
Okay.
yes. Mhm.
And that's one thing you can.
And probably this has been sandblasted more than satinized because they stopped satinizing in about 1985 because of the chemicals that they had to use.
Exactly. So prior to 1985, you're going to have a lot smoother feel because it was done with acids. And then after that, it's literally sandblasted. It's going to be much rougher. The big monster vase in the back, that is also royal purple. That's probably the largest piece you're going to see on that.
That is
Okay.
nice.
It's gorgeous.
I'm gonna come over to this shelf in the middle over here, and we can.
This is middle shelf.
No, this one. So I can.
show really quickly.
You can show that, and then I'm gonna ask John about this side when you're done.
We have a sapphire, bubble optic, wild rose.
I'm gonna plug in again quick. Sorry, guys. So we can make it to another room here in a little bit.
Yeah,
They're all cranberries.
It was a sample piece.
I mean, you've never seen so much glass in the same place at once.
And we have a little.
Oh my goodness, y'all need to be.
Glass shows with us by the name of Brandon Brigham. That loves to put little notes.
That's a good question, Christina. I will ask that. Miss-
So, and then about 2 or 3 shows later, we noticed there was a note on it.
Exactly.
I have a question.
Yes.
What is your most expensive piece in the room, do you think?
She should have asked that Friday night. Probably this one.
The Chambers vase, I'd say.
Yes.
The Chambers vase? How much we got on that guy?
It's 695.
Okay. So there's that one. And then what do you think would be the least expensive piece you have in your room? Maybe one of these, one of these?
Yeah, probably. And it's probably least expensive because it does have some that water stains in it.
Yep,
The
those
little
are the
mini Bud vase.
Mini Bud Vases, and they run
Opalescent.
$25 usually, depending on what the color is. The topaz opalescent's a little bit more.
On this for you.
To help give you an idea, Christina? Because I mean, we have a lamp, one of the lamps that was in his rarities book, we had it started up at 800, but we negotiated on it and it got sold this afternoon. So that's kind of nice. These are amazing, these decanters. It's got the ground.
Jeremy, the plum price on the sample bowl is $125.
And it's carnival finish. It's
So
beautiful.
is the rose bowl. And Comfort, I believe,
Yeah.
is also.
This is a really interesting painting.
So that
It's
is
just
the
so out of their
125.
normal because they're usually very floral or the fruits or figures.
Buy 3 and get them for $369.99.
What do they call this pattern, John, on this set?
Geometric.
Geometrics? It almost looks like henna a little bit to me.
Yeah, it does. It does. That's what I
So is this the price? This is the price of the set?
Yeah, it's 275.
$275 for the set of the powder jar and the two, is they colognes or are they, yep, like the old fashioned dresser sets. So, do we know if Stephen is in next door?
I don't know.
Is there any other questions for Mary? I mean, it is amazing. Any more questions for in this room? Here's one of our favorite colors. What year was this chocolate made, John? 2005 for the 100th anniversary celebration.
And don't believe me, just ask Stephen Embry.
That's right. These snails are really cool. Look at the antenna, the details on those. And you just don't find them attached all the time because they're so fragile.
You just don't find them?
You just don't find those.
No, did you get?
And this
Thanks,
is
Jeremy.
orange flame crest.
Almost is another crest up on top of it. I always call that a natural crest because
You just don't see the orange very much.
No. Flame crest and blue crest were made in 1963.
Yes.
That's why
Okay.
you don't see the ribbon.
How about we find out? Oh, that's my fancy cup holder. I know.
Yeah.
I'm trying. It's my coaster.
Becky has excellent
That's a
taste.
fancy coaster.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's better than spilling it. Go ahead.
Now I
Sorry.
forgot what I was talking about.
I'm
The
sorry.
most fancy piece I got here is the leaf chain Ruby Carnival, which is from 1915.
No, they just consider that ruby versus amberina, even though it has the yellow in the middle.
Fenton never made amberina. It was always ruby. They just had a full ruby that would come out amberina.
So it looks amberina, but
Yeah.
they called it all ruby.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
They never actually made anything that with the amberina in the name until 1999, whenever they did. I'll take that back. 1963, they did do the plated amberina. That the
Okay.
amberina overlay. In 1999, they actually did an actual amberina.
Okay. There you
The
go.
orange that you see from the 60s was always either called orange or cornmeal.
Okay.
I'm going to jump in real quick. Lisa Cox Nickel, the covered butter hobnail price. I know it's marked $6.25. I bet John can cut you a little deal. $5.75 on that.
How much?
$5.75.
Yep.
We could do $5.75 on that covered butter. So just let us know.
Okay.
I was going to show
go
one
for
other
it.
thing up here. There is a lamp up here that is made out of the New World decanter on the upper right in Cranberry.
The irony of this pattern is it's called New World,
Yep.
but it was made in the 1953.
53.
Very
That's one of
minimal.
Fenton's attempts of doing contemporary style glass at that time.
Yep. And they made it in
And
the
it was a sales
cranberry.
failure. What's that?
They made it in cranberry, French opalescent,
Well, the
emerald,
actual
Lime.
lime.
lime colors was lime opalescent and the cranberry opalescent. That decanter had appeared in blue opalescent. and
Mhm.
red opalescent.
Mhm.
Are they made in Dawn?
Yeah.
And the dawn.
Is it dawn or dusk? Because they had it listed as dusk on the auction.
The dawn was the white with the black inside,
This makes sense now
and then the dusk was the black.
with the white inside.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so they had them backwards because they were white with the dark inside, so it was dawn.
Dawn.
Then they had them listed as dusk. Okay, well, not everybody can know all the right things all the time.
See, either one of those color combinations.
They're still rare.
Yeah, they are so rare. Just be happy and good.
Okay.
They're so rare that I missed one that I had because the person I bought it from thought it was wrong.
Hi, Peterson. Sorry, I think I mixed up the Michelle earlier with Peterson. I'm sorry. Hi, Michelle. I'll address you separately.
Jeremy, John and I got into this room on Thursday when we came in. We thought we were going to have a suite from the pictures on the website. It turned out to be a regular double bedroom at this point. Mass panic turned into, let's put tabletops on the bed.
You always got to be creative and fly by the seat of your pants.
Daniela,
Do what works.
The New World lamp is.
I can look on the price for you. I have 175.
Daniela, 175. And if you want that just shipped without a shade, I could do that at 125 plus shipping for you.
So we go see next door.
Yeah, I missed getting your shit out here.
All right. If you thought it was obnoxiously loud earlier, wait till we get to Steven's room and we get two more voices going. So are you good to move on?
I'm good to move on.
Okay,
I figured I'd get everybody
I'm
moving
gonna
on.
start slowly walking that direction.
Yeah.
So what they do is we have room sales, and up and down the hall. Well, upstairs we have more signs out, but usually it means if your door is open, you have open for sales. Let's see if we can catch Steven down here. Here's our Alabama show that's coming up. It's in Rogersville, Alabama.
I don't know. I thought he was.
I think you have.
Mary said she's going to have to find her collection of Fenton in the wild. I can't afford what they're worth. I haven't found a piece. Yeah, that's the best thing to do is find pieces at yard sales.
Yeah.
All right. Well, should we go up?
Let's go up.
Let's go upstairs then. We're gonna travel.
John, you coming?
All right. We'll try the next one. What color is the Bud? Oh, what color Bud Vases do we have? Did you have any Bud Vases in there? Do you want to shut your door?
Yeah, I'm good.
Are they looking for the mini Bud Vases?
What kind of height are you looking for, Christina? Like 6-inch or 8-inch or any? Trying to go slow. It's really hard. And the great news is that we have had really good reception. So you didn't show my butt going down the hallway the whole time, did you? Thank you, John.
I'm not.
Oh. The mini ones, Christina says, the shorter Bud Vases.
The mini Bud Vases. I know I've got one over there that's French opalescent with a cupped in or pulled in top like a rose bowl.
Okay. Do you know what color it is?
It's French opalescent.
Oh, French opalescent. So that's the clear with the opalescence in it. We're going to have the whole hotel on here. Here we are. All right.
I had no idea what I do.
You're doing what you were told, John? You're so good. Okay. See down here how people have their signs out on their door? Fenton art glass for sale. And over here, they got the door open. They're selling in there. Do y'all need it just to walk up one flight of stairs or what?
Where'd you get on the wrong floor?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, here we go. Are y'all still with me? All right, this is my room upstairs. I'm up here with Mom and Gail. See, same thing, 2 beds were just flipped over. And we brought in a 6-foot table and a 4-foot table and put shelves on it. We've also used the desk, stacked it with a small table, one more 6-foot table over here to write on. And we used the counter over above the fridge to put some glass on as well. So, yay, you're still with me. Where should we start? Should we start at the end down there, John? Okay. So, we'll try and take it slow and show you what there is. The sunshine is beautiful on the glass. It's amazing. Can you see it still? We might have to take some of this off for the glare. Wrong one. Wrong one. Not that one. Too many cords to choose from. We'll take off the direct sunlight and it should be able to focus a little better on the colors. There we go. Thank you, Christina.
Got a very rare cranberry lampshade.
That's what John's talking about up there.
According to a friend of mine, the one set was like that, but it's for a square glass. According to a friend of mine, over years ago, the one set was like that, but it's the pedestal was pretty well shipped exclusively out to the west. The teardrop ones that you see to the east.
I'm going to set you down to look at somebody. Right here, you go look at Santa Claus. And I'll be right back because I think we lost Barb out. I'm working on it.
Okay.
Now, I let them look at the Santa fairy light while we came over here. That's a neat one. It's in Burmese and it's painted. All right, Christina, there's a few fairy lamps in here, but they are a little bit higher. So,
Okay.
there's a plain white Santa fairy lamp there. Right? Isn't that Santa just amazing, Peterson? He is one of the prettiest ones in how they did it in that color and how they painted him with the rosebuds.
Double check on that. I want to say we had 150 on that. That's 150. We can bring that back to Colorado for you if you need it.
Okay, I'm going up here.
Keep
So
going up.
we're looking at the stuff on the top shelf, so we'll just continue on. Did Fenton make anything with a shamrock?
Yeah, they made a series, probably about 15 years ago. I know they
Look at
there and then they also did a really neat white carnival alley cat, and they put a shamrock beaded necklace on him.
Yes, so they took a couple of the figures and painted shamrocks on them.
Yeah.
There's some green and teal.
Sold in the gift shop.
And I think
a minute to talk about that shade that's up there in the corner.
I was just talking about that.
Never mind.
How much is our alley cat?
Our alley cat or our
scaredy cat? 85, Peterson. Sorry. And the white Santa, we have 45 on the white Santa fairy lamp, Christina. So, like, I know in Depression Glass, they made some, they have a print with shamrocks on it, right? Or clovers on it. Yeah. But we don't have any Fenton that was with that pattern pressed in it.
Well, got one of each of the animals that they did with the shamrocks. This real high reach. That was one thing we decided to start collecting.
Jeremy, the price on the Daisy and Fern with the Cobalt Crest top hat is $250, and on the Fabrine Koi we have $95.
Christine, are you asking about the shamrocks on the critters? I don't have any. I might have seen one down the hall. They came as a set, so sometimes people only sell them as a set. So I can double check on that for you as well.
Something else.
You're welcome, Peterson.
Interesting, right there. We have a Emerald Snowcrest Hurricane. That is another piece that's in John's Rarities book. Ooh, and that's a pretty darn good price there. Jeremy, Topaz.
Well, it's because
sitting there.
The price on this is because
it's Topaz 75.
The price on this one is because when they cut it off, it has a little chunk out of it. And it's significant. However,
rocking it back and forth, setting it back and forth down on the base, but then verbally you want to do something to it.
Yeah. So, but that's it. It's kind of inevitable how they cut that off and
that's
stuff.
Really a tough thing.
That's a Wagner.
Yep.
I'm gonna come over here and look at the white fairy lamp while you talk about whatever you want.
Rhonda, that sand in the chimney is decorated by Marilyn Wagner, and he's $125.
It's better for me to just leave them on the shelf than try and pick them up with one hand.
We do have a neat mint green.
He opens up this way.
Dark creamer.
And he should have. Yep, here's an original sticker on the bottom, foil.
Got some cool Christmas trees in there right behind Becky right now. It's that winter berry tree.
Winter berries. It doesn't show up as much right now.
No, it's iridized plus being hand painted.
Okay, so we're about here. Where are we? What else you got on here?
Right on this shelf.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. That cologne back there is a harder one to find.
With the stopper in the back.
That's the diamond optic. We also have the Fenton for LG Wright Peach Blow Maze Rose Bowl.
This pattern's called Maze. It looks like corn.
It's really cool. How many of those do I have? A lot.
Yeah, you like. It's amazing. You like Maze. Oh. All right. And yes, we are selling things. We are shipping things. We'll bring it back to Colorado with us and ship it out from there because that's where all our shipping supplies are.
We have another Jack in the Pulpit vase there. This is the dogwood on the Burmese.
She is cool. What am I? Is there one you wanted to see more about or just saying you liked it, Peterson?
Richard, I think I just saw a message from you. Can you PM me, Barbara Garrison, with that?
There's some blue animals.
I'm videoing on John's phone and I'm completely
I have a quick question about a color on the mini vase over there. Is that Rube? What color is that one underneath there, John? The mini cone vase in the back of
The mini cone vase.
Colonial orange.
this one?
Oh, yeah, that's the orange. Colonial orange.
That's colonial orange because they had an orange slice one.
Yeah,
This orange
No,
slice
this was
much more orange.
Years before that. This was in the 1960s.
Okay. Boy, it was a neat color. So what we were looking at just a minute ago was this Santa coming out of the chimney, and it winds up with a music box, and it's been painted by Marilyn Wagner.
Rhonda, if you want that Santa, just PM one of us. Quickly.
Thanks, honey. Jeff says I'm corny.
We are corny.
Here's a couple more fairy lights in the teals, but since they're Christmas and painted, those are up in the $85, $95 range.
Those are, I believe those are, at least the one on the left is on spruce green. I'm not sure about the one on the right.
Is
Really nice.
Is Jeff Sargent on? Is that who
And
it
then
was?
that temple jar in the back in the green, that is a sample done for Zeta Todd. So
There's
that is the
another
one
fairy
kind that you're
light.
not going to see. We also have
Two more
the
fairy lights.
sophisticated ladies on ebony stuff there.
Hey, how about you tell us about this Favrine finish, John?
That's the Four Seasons Favrine base. It was actually part of the connoisseur line probably about 1997, 98. There, I don't know that much about it. I always thought it was just really unique, really pretty. They kind of did it as a Grecian art type.
Wasn't that originally a burlesque mold?
Might have been.
There's
That
that
might
one
have been.
again.
I don't remember seeing it as such, but it might be right there.
And then how did they do the Fabrine finish?
So that's something that I am not absolutely sure on.
All these topaz opalescence.
Like I always said, the newer it gets, the
One more.
newer the treatment gets, the dumber I get
Well, Jeremy, if you just buy it all, it won't be an issue.
on.
Just say, I want it all. We will price it and we will pack it and we will let you know how
Yeah,
much
if you
your
buy
U-Haul
enough,
will
we
be.
might just come out to your area and deliver it and then go shopping in your area with the money that you pay us.
Does that answer your question, Christina? Yeah, the topaz is amazing altogether. It just is so striking,
And I
especially
always
with
have
the
like that,
cobalt.
color combination of the topaz and the deep blue,
And the iridization
blue.
on these pieces just set it off.
It's stunning.
So nice. It is very
Just steal a
beautiful.
word from another seller.
I know. Striking, stunning. It's got some iridization on it, and it is beautiful. Barb Binner's entertaining herself.
Me?
Oh, Christina, that piece with the lid was 85. There you go. Thank you, Peterson. Does this one glow at all?
No.
That's a different color. What's it called?
it's more of an amber.
It's not the honey amber?
No, it is.
Maybe autumn gold.
Well, that would make sense.
John Beth Bishop says she loves hearing your voice finally.
Oh, thank you.
We'll let John rumble at you a little bit.
This is a really pretty color. My mom's favorite color is just sky blue. Okay, John, what are you going to talk about?
Okay.
Hey,
I'm not sure. This could be autumn gold.
It was
There.
made a little bit before autumn gold.
Was
if I
it?
remember right.
Okay.
And I'm trying to come up with
Really an unusual because it's the diamond optic on two panels and then two plain panels, which I had never saw that optic mold before like that.
And is this the same picture downstairs in the Royal Perk?
It is.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
This one's a little bit less. It does not have the base with it.
One interesting piece is this was done by Fenton for L.G. Wright. This is the covered frog. And it looks like he set just right below the water level, laying in a pond.
Yeah.
Very unique. It's in the cobalt slag. I always thought that was such a weird covered animal dish.
It is
Right?
amazing. Though.
And I believe he's a reproduction that Wright did of one of the Victorian ones that you see sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
In the canaries and the blues and the clears.
Yes, Christina, that is an amazing color on the butterfly.
Jeremy, that one's not cameo. It's a lot yellower than cameo. And I
You
can't.
mean that diamond optic?
Yes.
I don't know what color that is. That's what.
I used to know. I did.
Do you-
Prince was smart enough to write it on there. So,
Oh, you're still on that yellow. When did Fenton start making
and this particular
Christmas
one
ones?
is a second.
What's that?
When did Fenton start making Christmas ornaments? Like
I
this?
think they actually kept on making Christmas ornaments right up to the end, but they just didn't do it as many at different times as what they did like in the 80s, the little flat ones.
Yeah.
I believe they started
80s.
in the 80s, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
And
Well,
maybe
that's-
it probably was real early 80s, might have even been late 70s.
What is about this one? The Adam and Eve plate or whatever it's
Oh,
called?
you got them in Adam and Eve plate.
Well, yeah, we got one up here.
Those was finally put into production and cobalt marigold, but they were sampled in a lot of different colors. And the samples, the price she has on this, I'm almost tempted to start indicating with her on this.
I saw another one
That's
downstairs.
That's actually cheap for somebody who really wants to get a
Oh, I
nice,
bet you that looks good.
unusual sample. And the mold work on that thing is absolutely to die.
It's amazing.
It's got some amazing
There's
detail
so
on
much
it.
detail in there, so much going on in the scene.
Okay,
Yes,
let's.
Bishop wants that covered frog.
Okay.
Yellow one is not candle glow either. It's darker than candle glow with a little bit more of an orange tint. And I'm going to hand this back to you.
Here you go. I'll write something on here.
I brought the note.
Oh, you were so good. Okay, do you want to start over here? Tell us a little bit about what's on this table.
Okay. Got one neat piece, get down here so I can actually see it. It's the dolphin right here. Kind of. That was a later animal mold that they did. I think they brought that out around 2005. You really don't see very many of them. You've got your rose pastel cake plate in here, which is kind of hard to find.
And that's rose pastel Spanish lace.
Yeah, and it's rose pastel Spanish lace.
And then the,
Up above up here, you got the rose pastel diamond, not exactly diamond lace, but it's that
Lattice
diamond open lattice lace. Thank you. My mind tends to go sometimes.
We've got a blue crust bowl right down.
Got blue crest bowl.
That's the other crust that was made in 1963 with the flame crust.
we have 8 goblets now in the blue
Got
opalescent
eight
hobnail.
hobnail, blue opalescent goblets. Beautiful wave crest dresser box and wild rose. Really a neat Regina Verde dresser box. Cute. A lot of people call it humidor. Beautiful wild rose 11-inch hobnail base.
Okay, let's
over
move
here,
over here. What else we
You
got?
got the ruby overlay lamp, which is really neat.
Do we know where?
I think it's down on the bottom.
Oh, I found it. There we
I'm
go.
looking up there in my house there. I got that same lampshade in Mulberry.
Hold on, everybody.
But we've had it for about 25 years. Oh, we even had, I was even lucky enough that whenever Gary Levi of NFGS still had his glass factory at the old Milton School in Alton, Illinois, we was rummaging around in the back room and found that mobile lampshade in there.
Yvonne, the more epic items were down in John's room. He's got a little bit more of the one of a kind kind of and rarities
Did you
things.
guys talk about the Charlton decorated crystal crest top hat?
No, but you can bring it over here because we haven't gotten to this other surface yet.
Actually, this is the Beth Weissman design.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think that's a Beth Weissman.
I was thinking it was Charlton, but
No,
it's Beth
but this
Weissman.
is Beth Weissman, decorated crystal crest, 1924, 4-inch top hat.
And Beth Weissman was another decorating company that did things very similar to Charlton.
Yeah. Her decorations always was more similar to the Westmoreland roses and bowl decoration you see.
Jeff, you should recognize that one.
They really remind me of the old German
Yeah.
wildflower type decorations.
The cobalt is amazing on that.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
This
She
is one
was
of
a
those.
decorator out of Chicago, Illinois.
So please put in the comments if you have any other questions or whatever as we go. We're more than willing to take
Jeremy wants to know
questions.
how much the hat is.
This guy,
The hat, this one we just showed, Jeremy?
Yeah.
85.
It's 85.
And it would look lovely with the big daisy and.
That's right. You need the other one to coordinate with it. How about over here, John? I'm gonna walk by another mirror.
We've got one of the ice cream colored opalescent bases. That's
This big one?
the peaches and cream. I was trying to think what the name of it was off the top of my head. Peaches and cream banana bowl. Rose pastel hobnail with the large hobs contour. the silver turquoise, a 10-inch bowl. The Fenton ballerina, she's kind of trimmed so you really can't see her too well. I always thought that was one of the most graceful fig rolls that they made.
We do have another one of those that's hand painted in Rosalind as well.
Yeah, she's all the way down by the pumpkin behind her.
I got the Rosalind one at home, and then I got a real pretty opal, white opal.
Just give us a shout out if you want any more information or prices, or you have any questions, because we got one of the people that can well, they can both answer questions much better than I can around here some days. So we don't have much over here, but we have this gigantic punch bowl.
That is not silver crest. That is just plain muckless.
I mean,
it's probably 10 times harder to find and 10 times more unusual.
What, about 8-9 inches tall to begin with?
It's
what,
big.
13-14 inches across?
I would say, yeah, 13 or 14.
Yeah,
Right
Jeff
now.
likes the spiral on that last base. The bird over there, can you get me a price on that bird, please, Barb?
Bird Barb?
Bird Barb.
Go ahead.
Oh.
Bird, the rose leaf or the live in the light? Oh, it doesn't matter. They're both 45.
Okay, here, just hold them up in front of the camera again so you can see them. So that one's 45 with the painting on it, says live in the light, and this is a Rosaline happiness bird. Same price for either of them. Adele Rodriguez says, hi, Barb. Just recently discovered Fenton fairy lamps, and she is on the lookout.
We have a lot of those.
We have some more ornaments over here. I just put a little bit of red around the punch bowl to pop it color-wise.
Ruby stretch panel grape basket, which I always thought was just adorable.
Right there.
Did you show this?
Nope. What is that?
This is a ruby rose fairy light that was done by Fenton for LG Wright. It is the 3-piece fairy light. This one is in the glossy ruby. We can get these.
Those 3-piece ones are becoming impossible to find.
Thanks for jumping on, Adele. And well, you're my.
We're glad coming in.
Here, Mom and Gail, wave. Well, don't drop the box, but I know. Okay, and then the last of this section over here is earrings that I have made from Fenton Cullet. So these drops were from the Cullet place, which means leftover or scrap glass, and then made earrings out of them. So I have a whole bunch of different colors, bunch of combinations. So if there's anything in that you're interested in, you can message me and we can work out. I even have some that I can do some special combinations if anybody's interested. They'd be $15 a pair. Okay, let's go back to the beginning again. Make sure we didn't miss anything back in that corner over there. And Barb can field any other. You're welcome, Christine. Any other what else did you pulled the frog?
Did you talk about that satinized peach blow vase?
No.
John,
go ahead. Go over there.
Satinized peach blow
You pull
vase.
it off and then it's easier to see.
I'll be Dan. How about that?
Yes, please.
That nice peach blow vase, that shape was done. Fenton started doing that shape for LG Wright. I found out.
Thanks,
in the
Adele.
1930s. There, and later on, it was doing it as a lampshade, and then later on they adapted it and was making a picture shape out of that too.
Oh yeah.
And actually, I believe that monstrous picture we have in the peach blow downstairs is this shape with the handle.
It might be.
And some of these prices we're telling you, we do have some wiggle room on. So if there's something you're interested in, we can talk about it for sure.
Were you talking about this one? pumpkin
No,
made
talk
by
about the
LeVay?
pumpkin.
Okay, this is one that was made by LeVay. It is made with Fenton Rosaline color. It's got the little applied stem on there. You basically squeeze out. It looks just like you squeezed it out of a frosting.
Frosting tip, yep. Turn it over to that. It has the mark
It has
pressed
a LeVay
into it,
mark
right?
in there.
Yeah, you won't be able to see it, but it's there.
It's got a belly button with his mark in there. Let's see what else we have.
That was done by LeVay whenever he owned Untitled Chapter.
Yes. But it's got
Oh.
the LeVay mark, not the
Oh, you're
Untitled.
killing me. I remember now because I went to a shop one day and I'm like, what's intaglio? And then Barb goes, duh, that's LeVay. And I was like, oh.
This is primarily a blower there.
Okay.
Glass
So sometimes you can see Susan Anton bases too. I have a blue iridized one. This is kind of a neat one. This is, excuse me, the iridized black rose vase.
Yeah, you have somebody wanting to know what is the price you have on the fan base.
This hand base,
Mhm.
let's see, we had
$149.
$149.99 on there, so we can do that for $125.
And the blue Christmas ornament is 45.
Please ask questions.
Excuse me.
Anything you're interested in to know about Fenton or what the event that we're at, we're more than happy to answer any questions. So
Yeah,
I think
that
we've
Burmese
pretty
satin is
much,
pretty cool. We have the little Burmese satin deer here. Somebody's looking for Burmese satin deer to paint. This one's ideal. He's already satinized. Really nice Burmese color. We got a little dirt on his ears in traffic. But
sometimes they need a little bath occasionally. How about this one piece fairy light? Why don't you tell us about that one?
Okay, who did the decoration on that? Do you
Find
know?
out. I know it's an exclusive for
Steven.
NFGS.
Yeah, I know. No,
Steven's here.
is that not
Can we go
too
in
bad?
your room next?
We just don't know.
Somebody woke me up.
Well, we tried to wake you up
We're
and you just kept
online.
on sleeping.
That was probably you. Is this fuchsia or not?
That is cranberry.
We're live on Facebook and YouTube.
That's gorgeous.
Oh, look at the light
see
in that. Yeah, hold,
Have you got
take
a
your
fuchsia?
right hand down.
Let's see. This was
I
painted
have no
by
idea.
T Meter or Meter. NFGS 2006.
Hi, Deanna. Oh, wait. Did
Got a cute little goldfinch on a birdhouse. I love
I always
this.
loved that design. I always thought that was so neat whenever they brought that out.
did Fenton make ashtray lighter sets?
Yes.
Yes, they did.
You're right, because I know I've seen it in white hobnail and I saw
You
an
see that
orange
Valencia
one last
every
night.
so often if you're lucky.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they did. The blue goldfish, that is a koi, is its name. And well, he left, but
He don't love us anymore.
I know, but I thought he knew we were doing this, but you know, taking a nap again. It's the finish is called Favrine, so it's a little harder to find. It's marked 95. I go 80 on that one.
That's a pretty one.
Yep. He's number 223 out of 2,500 made. Also made with chocolate glass for the 100th anniversary.
It's an inside joke. It's an inside joke, folks. There's lots of Christmas trees.
Harassing Stephen about chocolate glass whenever I was helping Barb and Becky sell the items on auction.
Hi, Deanna.
My thing.
Okay, I think I'm caught up.
He got to hurrying us along, and yeah. We know chocolate glass was made in 2005, so that has been a running joke ever since then.
Almost for a whole year
It's
or
kind of
two.
he'll call me up on the phone and ask me about a piece of chocolate glass. I say, "Hey, Stephen, did you know chocolate glass was made in 2005?"
Let's see if we can get this to change color. So this is
Oh,
Yeah, that one will change colors.
it's lavender here. See,
You have to pull up the shade just a smidge.
Ooh, watch it.
Sorry, I'm.
no, the smoke change right there for me.
He looks really lavender in here.
But if you hit it under fluorescent light, it goes to a ghost gray.
Here, does it go? What does it look like just under here? Yeah, it's starting to lighten up.
Yeah, but
We had a lamp in this color glass that I swore was white satin
Mhm.
opal glass. And I
I
got
always-
it moved and all of a sudden it turned purple. And I'm like, I just sold it as white and it is now purple. Now what do I do?
About 30 years ago, I was setting up a glass show, and I had this big.
You just
beautiful display
let us
of a
know,
bunch of lavender
Christina.
satin I bought, and I was getting, and they didn't have the regular show lights on yet. And the next, I had it all set up, and the next morning they turned on the show lights. It looked horrible. It was that ghost gray.
Yeah. Peterson says it looks kind of pinky lavender on their end.
Yeah.
What about your
I'd
duck?
say, well, I'm seeing on the monitor right now, it might be just a fair bit darker, but it's pretty close to what the way it actually is.
Yeah, but it is funny how it changes. What do we know about the duck?
That is LG Wright. That was made in the 1970s by Fenton for Wright. That's an old Atterbury mold.
in a really nice purple slag. Anybody was on earlier, we also have the same duck, but he's white with a purple head.
Mm-hmm. They made it after that. Yeah, the Atterbury, and they come in white with a purple head, purple with a white head,
Purple top, white bottom. I
Yeah.
saw one of those somewhere recently.
different
with a blue
slangs.
head.
Yeah, with the cobalt head.
And I've seen him one time white with a green head.
Oh, emerald would
Oh,
be
it was
pretty. How about these little bitty guys? Do you know anything about these little bitty bears?
I
There's
never have
one-
known the story of them. I remember
right
when they started popping up here at convention about 20 years ago, and everybody got goofy on them.
They're adorable.
Well, they are. They are.
They're
And there's supposed to be
Hold up
another
the big
size
one.
in between them and the regular size bear, too,
Hold
that
up
is
the big
really
one.
hard to find.
so you
But
can
they
see the
really got
difference.
crazy on them for a little while.
You can see the difference then in how the regular sitting bear and the mini one. Sorry, I got in John's way.
That's okay.
I think we have a third one around here somewhere, but he
But
must
like I
be
said,
shy.
There's another size that kind of in between those two sizes.
Another one.
Colonial Blue Happiness Bear that was done in 1968, right whenever Fenton really started doing the animals figures.
And this was marketed as the Bluebird of Happiness for Fenton, wasn't it?
Yep.
And then they started making it in other colors, so they
Mhm.
just dropped the blue and left it
Yeah.
as a happiness bird.
Yeah. And that is actually how that came about.
It's got its original sticker down there.
Because I think we've talked about this on the glass review last night of Glass ID. That was originally a Duncan Miller mold. And I think I remember seeing it in the Duncan Miller catalogs and then the Fenton.
Hayden City.
Thank you.
You and Anne were doing that all last night too.
But I think I remember seeing that listed in the Fenton catalogs when they had originally brought it out after they bought it off of Hayden City as being listed as a dove.
Okay.
Oh.
I'd have to go back and check, but I think I remember it was just like 9175 wear number and just a dove figure or something like
And
that.
here's another piece that's in John's Rarities book.
Little 4.5-inch dot optic topaz opalescent vase.
Quad brim.
Kind of different and odd. You just don't see that shape and that color that often. You usually see that dot optic in cranberry or French.
Deanna, I said that we had it marked 95, but I do 80 on that koi in the Beverine finish. She said her earbud fell out, so she missed how much it was. All right. Guessing we're not going
Those
to
head bowls
Stevens.
used to go crazy. I don't know what happened to them. I did sell a pony bowl, a ruby pony bowl that Monster made for the bay back about 15 years ago. I did sell it on my shop on Etsy about a week ago.
Can we stand it in the chimney?
And if I remember right, I got a pretty decent price out of it. It was like 125, something like that.
All right. The goldfish just sold on our Facebook feed. I know you on Facebook they can't see our YouTube comments and YouTube can't see our Facebook comments. So that's why we're announcing it for you so you know. I think these guys are really cute in the ebony glass because are they truly black glass?
Yes, it is true black. It's not black amethyst, but it will show up purple. It is
that's
what they call it. It's ebony glass or black glass.
Because that's fairly common in the black glass, as they call it, black amethyst, because it's so thick it looks black, right? Okay. All right.
Later on, the aubergine that they brought out right before they closed is like a black glass, and you see that and the different pieces, and you can hold it to a strong light, and you can see the purple shining through it.
Tiny blue bunny is marked 27. I think we can do, your tiny bunny. He's almost, is it green or blue?
I can do 24.
He's green, isn't he?
Well, that's just the yellow lattice candle bowl.
We can do 24 on the bunny.
35.
And it's a little bit more, it's the aqua green versus the turquoisey blue. I'll set him next to the blue one so you can kind of see the difference. It is a little more green than it's showing up. That helps you out, Christina.
The blue butterfly is more what they call, I think it's what they call Salem blue, and it was iridized.
Oh, yeah. It's iridized on both sides, so you can only see like where they cut it off the font. It doesn't have a finish on it.
In the Salem blue, if you really into all companies of glass, the Salem blue is very close to the same color as the Cambridge blue that they made the caprice pattern in.
What is this? Tell us about this one.
Mandarin red. That's been in the 1920s. That's one of the slide colors. Or one of what they call the jade colors.
And it's a heat sensitive glass.
Heat sensitive glass, yes.
And it goes anywhere from the translucent red to this really dark, almost black
You said
ruby
35 on
colors.
The ladder.
Yeah,
That is
the
the second.
What's that?
That is the
It
second.
is the second, yes.
Right, and then I'm gonna go over here because I have a question on the fairy lamp. This one, Barb, is this where we at on this guy? This is the teal looking one. It's got some Christmas flowers on
Magnolia
it.
and berries was the pattern.
We have a little wiggle room. We could do the 85 on that one.
Sienna 85. It's marked 95. It's a Christmas pattern.
Dot off the topaz rose bowl.
All right, we'll let you know. What is it marked, Barb?
Mark 150.
125?
125 on the rose bowl.
And if you want to get a shock, go look at John's book and see what's that.
How much is it in your book for, John?
That's been over 15 years ago since I put that out. I do not remember.
I believe it's a lot closer to 200 and on the high side.
It probably is. Because I remember me and Linda.
Oh, yeah, let's
talking
talk about
when we was laying that book out and we was trying to do some prices.
Yes, Debbie,
for
it's
it.
a pretty one. Tell us
That
about
was a
that one,
beautiful
Barb
piece.
or John.
That was done for, was it Fenton or LG Wright?
Fenton for LG, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was an LG Wright shape there. So I get mixed up on some of the daisy and button
It's a little
shape.
tab handled.
Because LG Wright had that pattern and
Tip it
Fenton
to the
also
top.
had that pattern. And Fenton made all the LG Wright pieces in that pattern for LG Wright.
And it's got a little bit of an opalescent on the rim.
Yep, just on that upper
Very elegant.
How about the hat while you're over there?
pitch hat.
Yeah, that one. Let's start with that one.
How much was the red Mandarin beige?
Red Mandarin, we have 85 on.
It's 85.
We also have one of those that is in the red color.
It's on hold currently,
Oh, it is?
but we could show it quick.
Okay. This is the topaz opalescent daisy in front of the cobalt crest. This was done for Russo about 20 years ago.
It is I love this combination. It's beautiful.
He went on topaz overload because he had Fenton to make just about every animal shape they had at that time in topaz. He had that done. He had several bases done. I don't remember. I was seeing topaz all over the place with that cobalt crest.
Uh-oh. Here comes the musical, the sense of hearing on the glass. Thank you, Debbie.
This is yellow overlay, 1925 6-inch vase.
Yellow on the inside, white on the outside.
Yeah. Whenever they did the yellow on the outside, most times it would crack while they was making it, and they couldn't put it. It actually came out to me prettier with the yellow on the outside.
Yellow's really bright on the outside. Doesn't Mom have some of that, Barb?
She's got one piece and I have that beaded melon.
Basket or something in it? Yeah.
Your mom's got the basket.
Okay, I'm gonna switch back over here again. We'll go past this. Oh, how about this? Let's talk about the violets in the snow and the difference between this one here that's got the fern painted in it versus
That
this one.
snow there in the 7-inch bowl was done in the 1940s, 1950s. It wasn't done. The decorator wasn't Abel Walsenberg or Beth Weissman. They never have really ever established who the decorator was. Of course, the wreckage is pretty well all gone, trashed, or whatever you want to call it. The basket was done in the 1970s in the Fenton's regular line. They always said that Anthony Russo, that had helped Fenton create the decorating department, used that earlier violets in the snow decoration and inspiration to create the first Fenton's violets in the snow.
There you go. Jeff, I thought I answered the comments from Christine and Deanna. Ladies, if there's something I missed, can you just put it back, type it again in the chat?
Louise Piper came in with Russo at the in 68. There, and a lot of people like to let on, like, if you see the front on it, it's done by Louise Piper. The front was done on all pieces when they introduced the pattern in January of 69. They took it back out of the line in June of 69 because they wanted to tweak it up, the decoration up a little bit, and came back in January of 70 without the front. What I always
I gotta plug in.
violets that was bigger and darker was the ones that was done by Louise Piper.
Okay, it says you'd rather have a fairy lamp with patio flowers or birds? any teal. I think that's our only teal one other than the Christmas one. I'm switching with you, John. Sorry. I mean, yeah, you know.
Well, that's kind of a tealy Christmas.
Yeah, it's a tealy Christmas, but that's it. Those three.
Is the silver that was done in the early 1950s.
I'm going over here. I got to plug in for a little bit, guys.
They did a lot of big serving pieces like that. They did it in green, blue, and crystal. The blue is like the blue that you see a lot of times in the pattern glass blue or the blue
About
that
15%.
days in front end of the 1930s. I've got almost a whole set of that color blue, including a lot of the tumblers and the beautiful wine goblets, and it is really good. At the time I started collecting that, we would do all the blue in the living room, kitchen, and dining room. Now I'm going over to green. I wish I would have bought all the green that I saw at that time, because you probably have seen the green.
Bid me up, bid me up.
That's a Priscilla. Is that we're talking
Priscilla.
about? Yeah.
I've always thought that pattern was so pretty.
So here's a little bit more of an overview.
Pretty enough.
There's, we're all crammed in. But we've made what we have do pretty well. I think my room, I unpacked 14 tubs into out of. I mean, it doesn't look like as much on the tables and stuff, but you did 14 tubs. How much did you guys unpack in your room?
We did 19.
Yeah, at least 19.
Almost
I think
20.
we ended up with 20.
Yeah, because you brought my lamp downstairs. That would kind of count as a tub. So, all right. I mean, we've gone through all this stuff here. I'm at 15%, and Stephen doesn't seem to be the.
He's sleepy, right?
Yeah, he was taking a nap. We woke him up.
Yeah. So everybody keep an eye open on this page. This is the John Walker and Stephen Embry's sale page, and we are
on Facebook. That's where they've been.
This evening.
This evening, we'll try and go live again on your page on Facebook.
Yep.
And I'll drop a link to it on Vintage Viking Treasures, or I'm going to try and do some live from like some other rooms later tonight too. So I'll have to charge up my phone to make sure we have enough battery to walk around.
I could do 75.
He could do 75.
We should have put my red Comport candy right on top in the middle of it. Would have made a beautiful Christmas
we
piece.
Do have a red Priscilla, the little jam covered Comport.
Okay.
That was the one made for LG, right?
Yeah. Now, the broker said she does have a red Priscilla covered Comport, like a jam jar. That's really,
It's them.
it's on the
So
What's in our room, Deanna? Yes, this is what's in your room. They call it glass sales. They call it room sales. So you get your hotel room and you set up your booth basically in your hotel room. And then over the weekend of the convention, as people are coming and going, they leave their doors open and have glass sales directly out of your hotel room.
This is an ongoing tradition that started up in the 1970s during the first Fenton Convention. It got so big they didn't even have it in with the convention through the 80s and 90s and early 2000. They had it at the old Knights Inn Motel in Marietta, and there was something like 60 or 70 rooms in that, and usually every single room had glass sales in it. And some of them, I know I would get there like a week before convention, and I would be there that whole week selling in the evenings at my motel room.
there's probably about 30 rooms open this time.
Yeah, it's close to that. Yeah, record attendance. It's hard to notice because we're in different locations.
Back to the old days in the 90s, whenever I first started coming, and the early 2000s. The record setting, I think.
Do we know how many people are registered?
No, I do not.
I'm thinking it's well over 200.
Yeah. The record setting.
Over 300 maybe?
I don't know how many attended convention in 2005, but I remember.
No worries. Thanks, Jeff.
I think 85 rooms altogether at the night jam, and every single one was filled with glass, where there was room trading, and some of us stayed for 2 weeks that time.
All right, Christina, I'll send you some other pictures later tonight.
When we go live tonight, I know a couple people asked about the new NFGS glass. You have some of that.
I didn't realize they weren't going to open it again.
Pardon?
It is pretty.
It is pretty.
All right. Well, I think we're going to head out for today. We've been on about an hour and 20 minutes. You got it all said and done, John?
Yeah, I think we're done.
Okay. You
Thanks,
good?
guys.
Say good night, John.